this tweet. Bleacher Report tweeted, "What's harder to win?" This was 20 hours ago. A Super Bowl ring or an Olympic gold medal, and they have a picture of Tyreek Hill on one side and Usain Bolt on the other, because as we know, those two people represent those two feats. And then there was a response to it from the football site, BR Gridiron, that quoted Tyreek Hill. I don't know when he said this. It says, "My one Super Bowl ring is like 30 gold medals." And that was about him racing Usain Bolt. So 1 to 30 is the ratio that Tyreek Hill has come up with. I have thoughts on how he came up with 30, Gordon, because I did some research and I looked at
Okay,
Wikipedia and I
I did some
saw.
research too. I did
Okay,
some
but
research too.
here's why I think he
Okay.
came up with 30, because he was looking at the Tyreek Hill went on Wikipedia and he looked at who has the most gold medals in history, and he's scrolling down, he's looking for names that he recognizes, and sees one right at the top, Michael Phelps. Boom, 23 gold medals. He's like, my Super Bowl ring's worth more than that. But then he keeps scrolling. Then he sees Usain Bolt, guy's been talking about a lot. He says 8. He's 8 by Usain Bolt. Remember, that 4x1 got taken away. So should be 9, but he has 8. He's like, all right, well, I'm good. A Super Bowl ring is really important. But if you go Phelps plus Bolt, 23 plus 8, you get 31. So he's willing to go far, but not all the way. So it's not worth a Phelps plus a Bolt. It's worth a lot of Olympic gold medals, according to Tyreek Hill, but not as far as Phelps plus Bolt. So you lose by 1 there.
Okay, I did some math. Okay. I think that's a good theory, but I'm just going to break it down by the numbers. Okay. He is saying one Super Bowl ring is worth 30 gold medals, 30
Mm-hmm.
Olympic gold medals. Because we're talking about
Yes.
the Olympics. We're not talking about world championships.
Right.
He is referencing Olympic gold medals. Okay. One Super Bowl ring equals 30 Olympic gold medals. Okay. How many Super Bowls have we had? We've had, what? 52 Super Bowls, right? How many
Mm-hmm.
players are on a roster? 53 active roster. I think it
Mm-hmm.
goes down a little bit lower, but we'll just assume 53. 53 times 52 means they have given out to players, not to coaches, not to staff, not to the water boys, not to the owners. 2,756 Super Bowl rings have been
Mm-hmm.
given out. Now, I'm sure earlier Super Bowls might have had smaller roster sizes, but for the sake of this experiment, 52 Super Bowls, 53 Super Bowl champions every year.
Mm-hmm.
Multiply that out. That means there are 2,756 Super Bowl rings created for players in history of the NFL.
Right.
2,756 rings. Okay. There have been only 29 Olympics in the history. So there have been 52 Super Bowls, but there's only been 29 Olympics. 2,756 divided by 29. We would have to give out 95 Olympic gold medals for to be the same number of Super Bowl rings. Now I get it. We probably do give out more than 95 Olympic gold medals
Right.
every Olympics because it's a lot of sports. But if we're just talking track, hell, we're just talking one gender of track. Hell, we're just talking one event group of
Ben.
track.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, you only get 3 chances: the 1, the 2, and the 4x1, right?
Right.
So
Right.
we're talking 95 to 3. So what I'm trying to say is 95 divided by 3 is 31. You are 31 times more likely to win a Super Bowl than win a sprint Olympic gold. 31 times more likely
I
to win
like
the
I
Super
used that
Bowl
math.
than a sprint Olympic gold. I rest my case. That's the numbers. It's science. And Otto Bolden says, "Go home, Tyreek. You're drunk." Fred Curley put up the clown emoji. They know you are 31 times more likely to win. So he got the inverse. He had the ratio wrong. He said one Super Bowl ring is equal to 30 gold medals. It should be one gold medal is equal to 30 Super Bowl rings because that's the math.
My favorite part of his statement isn't the 30. The best word in that statement is like, because he was coming up with some form in his head, and he's like, nah, like 30 sounds good. 30, is that right? Listen, if you're talking track, let's just keep it to track here. The fourth string unless you're talking relays, very few people are getting them on relays though, gold medals. The third string's not getting a gold medal at all. Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. You hear about those people getting Super Bowl rings, starters, significant players, starting on the O line, the D line, all this. But there's all sorts of people on that roster who never even touch the field in the game. They're great athletes, but that's the difference between a Super Bowl ring and an Olympic gold medal. You're not just jumping on the team and getting a gold. Doesn't work like that.
But
Again, you could do it in a relay. You could do it in a relay, but even then, that's very rare. That's very rare, and you're already having to be in the United States, most countries, you're top 6 in that relay pool already. So 30, way off. I'll just say it.
even think about
30,
this:
not accurate.
only 300-meter runners get to go to the Olympics, right?
Yeah,
In this
yeah.
situation, 10 wide receivers get to go to the Super Bowl. 5
Mhm.
for Kansas City and 5 for who did they beat? I don't know who they beat. Whoever they beat.
49ers, Niners.
Uh 49ers.
Mhm.
So that means the 10th best wide receiver has a chance to win Olympic gold, has a chance to win Super Bowl ring. The 10th best 100-meter runner in a country doesn't even get to get on the airplane to go to the
Mhm.
Olympics. Doesn't even get to be in the Olympic final, let alone like it. There is so much more weeding out when it comes to track and field and cutthroatness of the elite of the elite of the elite. The fact that
Mhm.
the fourth best 100-meter runner in the U.S. on in another timeline could easily win Olympic gold. Like you can find a situation for me. Like I mean, I talked about it. There's a way Fred Curley wasn't at his peak, could have easily got fourth at the Olympics. I mean, fourth at the Olympic trials, and then he never goes on to potentially win an Olympic gold. That's how
Mhm.
tight the margins are. That someone as great as Fred could be on the outside looking in. No one's going to be on the outside looking in when the Super Bowl because they let 10 wide receivers go. Now, obviously, I'm taking weird stats and going like this, but the whole point is he's got the ratio wrong. It's not 30 Olympic golds to one Super Bowl ring. It's 30 Super Bowl rings, actually 31. 31 Super Bowl rings to one Olympic gold.
It
I
would
rest
have
my
been
case.
tough enough. It would have been tough enough if he just said a Super Bowl ring is harder than Olympic gold, but then he put the 30 on top of it. I think he's a track person. He knows track too, which makes the track people even more disappointed. But I'm sure he appreciates you uh, straightening him out there. I'm looking at the list, most Super Bowl rings in history. Belichick 8 because he had 2 with the Giants and then 6 with the Patriots, so he's actually ahead of Tom Brady. But then you go through 7 and 6, and it's all the football research director, the coaching assistant, the scout. All like, they don't have that. They don't have that in Olympic gold medals. You're not like, hey, who's the most decorated coach? Or sorry, who's the most decorated Olympian of all time? It's not like Michael Phelps's coach. No, it's Michael Phelps. That's what it is. We weren't talking with Allison Felix last year going for records. We weren't being like Bobby Kersey because he coached her and other athletes has the most for a coach. No, talking about the athlete, which underscores the silliness of the whole debate.
I mean, yeah, by that you could say like Max Siegel has like 1,000 Olympic golds, right? Because he's the CEO of USATF, right? That's what you got to do.
Exactly. There's a conditioning coach has 6. He had 3 with the Cowboys and 3 with the Patriots. There's a scout that has 6 Steelers. It's incredible. It's incredible. Do you think this means we're closer or farther away from seeing Tyreek Hill not race Bolt? Because I don't think that's going to happen, but Tyreek Hill do a DK Metcalf type race.
Nah, I don't think he's ever gonna do a DK Metcalf type race. I think Tyreek Hill knows in the back of his mind how great the best of the best are. he may have forgotten a bit because he may have this thought, which is a rightful thought, I'll say, because I do think there is a timeline where if Tyreek Hill chooses not to go the NFL route, I think Tyreek Hill easily could have become one of our best sprinters in the U.S. and maybe even in the world because he was running 20 flat in high school.
Right.
Like you don't
Yeah.
do that, right? So he, if he would have take all of his football training time and replaced it with track training, I think he would have been in the conversation. But he didn't. He chose not to, so he's not in the conversation. So he
Yeah.
had the potential, but we'll never. There's no time. There's no time machine. There's no time machines in track and field. I'm sure. I'm not sure if you knew that, but there's no time machines in track and field. So because of that,
Checks
he's
out.
not going to be able to win any track race,
Do you think
unfortunately.
deep down now he's made a lot of money off football, way more than he could have made sprinting. But do you think deep down this comment is a reflection that he wishes he ran track?
Yeah, he like he's kind of projecting a bit.
Little
He has
insecurity.
to. Yeah,
Little
he
insecurity
has to
here.
justify his life decision of
Not
making
only is
millions of
my
dollars instead of not being a track and
not
field
only is
athlete.
not only is my accomplishment better than yours, it's 30 times better than yours.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, when you get a new significant other and then you overpost about that person on Instagram, you're kind of overcompensating. You probably post about your new girlfriend 30 times more than your old girlfriend. So
Mhm.
that's like the ratio. That's what we're learning. We're learning the ratio is 30 to 1. Every time you move on to something different, you have to justify it being 30 times better.
Matthew in the comment says, "As a Brit, I've never heard of a Super Bowl ring." Sums it up, and we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there
Yes.
because yes, that's true. International nature
I don't
of track and field.
I guess yeah, I don't know what's the ring that the cricket
Yeah,
championship in India gets. I